Hello, everybody. I've missed you guys so much, and I hope your September has been going well. Those of you who've been following me for a long time, you guys know this is my favorite time of the year when fall starts. Pumpkins, all this stuff, even getting into like November, December, January. This is my favorite time though, but really, it's the September, October, and November months. So today, just so you guys know, I am going to be getting up the rest of the signs. I'm going to be starting with Capricorn and kind of going down the line. I should have Capricorn, the first three up today. That would be Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. And I'm probably going to get the other ones up during this week, okay? But anywho, today I woke up and I felt guided to do a message of the day. And I felt it kind of strongly. So I'm already feeling it. So let me just kind of go with what I feel. I have two decks over here, and this one is sticking out to me right away. And this is the Queen of Pentacles. There's an energy coming through here I almost want to say there's this energy of like, stay graceful. I'm hearing like, okay. It's more like, let's say when somebody, okay, and it's probably happened to you, it's gonna happen to you at some point, right? Where you're maybe going to be, funny enough, the devil is right under here, and it goes with what I was feeling in a way. Let's say you are treated by somebody in a certain way that is subpar. You're lied to. I don't know, they discard you for whatever the hell. They kind of avoid you and then or blow you off until it suits them. Then they kind of, come back to you and want to, hang or this. I don't know, whatever floats your boat or whatever kind of situation you are in. Maybe it's even something as simple as somebody, is really nasty with you and just, not honorable towards you. There's an energy here, even like maybe even uses you. There's this energy to not let the fact that was done to you by somebody kind of prevent you or stop you from doing it with those who haven't, those who won't do that to you. It's kind of like this type of energy, like don't let one bad egg in the grand scheme of things kind of jade you against those of us or those who are not like that, who would not do that. There is an energy coming through here also of like, in this case, I'm feeling it as like reciprocity. So those who, let's say you give them a chance and you start exchanging with them. You start exchanging your energy, your most precious thing, which is time, your care, your affection. If you're finding those things are not reciprocated towards you in a healthy way, and in a way where it's freely given, let's say, don't first nip it in the bud, cut it out. But there's more of an energy here of don't let that make you stop doing it with people who do reciprocate. Or like, let's say even like giving other people a chance to see. Like don't let that close you off to making new best friends or I won't even want to say a new friend, because you don't want too many friends, and we really can't have too many friends. Otherwise, you're not a friend to anybody, at least best friends. You have to kind of have a circle and treat them like gold and they treat you like gold. And I just saw 444. But there is an energy though to like not let people jade you against others, against new people coming in, like, okay, give that wonderful energy to new people. And if it doesn't work out, if they turn out to be a dud, if they turn out to be, unstable, treat you like you exist one day or 1 week, and then, when you need some support, they're nowhere to be found. As I like to say, like maybe even like a fair weather friend, those types of people, leave them to it, and you do your thing, and you keep giving to those who give to you. But it's more the way this is coming out is new people as well. Like, don't let it turn you cynical, or I don't know how to say it. It's kind of like where you turn this good energy off. Stay graceful. Let me see here now. Wait, this is in my way. Please. Dear angel, spirit God, dear universe, please, for all those who are watching, all those who are meant to hear this message today, what is meant to be heard? Okay, the Ace of Wands. The Death card. Wow. So there's a really big energy here of... Oh, and the Eight of Wands. You see, so I feel a lot of wands. I feel... It's kind of like almost an energy with this Death card, I feel, of control yourself. Control yourself. Control your reactions, your emotions. I feel this is like even putting energy, like controlling the energy that you give towards people. Know when to nip it, or know when to cut. I don't know if I want to say cut off. I mean, yes, know when to cut it off. But for the purpose of this reading, I think there are stages, and it's more like, I want to say almost like I don't know if I want to say like the punishment needs to fit the crime, or the more maybe like the reaction needs to suit what was done. That's kind of the way, because it's not really like crime, punishment, it's more like that. Okay, so like, let's say, I don't know, you get one whiff of something. Okay, well, that's not of a small thing. That's not immediate grounds, let's say, to just cut somebody off because they didn't return one of your phone calls, or they were a little late on something. I don't know, where you felt like, okay, they blew you up. Okay, I think it's more the grand scheme of things. Let's say that happens once, but it was a fluke, doesn't really happen again. Or it's something that works within the realm that it's stable, where they are there for you. This is more the way this is coming out. It's kind of, if it's one of those situations. But I feel like it's know when to do what. Don't be too, I don't know, quick, but don't be too slow either. It's almost like don't be too gullible, but don't be too aggressive. Or, maybe like where you're jumping to conclusions, or where it's like more though like abrupt. I'm feeling it though as control your energy. But for the purposes of this, see, there is an energy though more of giving this energy, know who to give it to and know who to not give it to. But the only way to do that is we need to still give people chances, and we need to still give people, especially new people, to come into our lives, new friends, new acquaintances, new people. You have to give people a chance, even if you've been burned. And I feel like that's the message here. And it's more though, know who to nip it with and when to nip it. And I'm getting more of an approach of that's what it is. And this is what I probably should have said, but I was eating my words in the beginning. It's like, be fair. Be fair to them and be fair to yourself. Give fair chance. and then make the move. It's kind of like, let's say a situation like this. Okay, like, because I mean, I think everybody has done this when they've driven or driving. Let's say you're going over in a lane, and you're going to make a turn like on a side street or even on the highway. Okay, and you look and the lane's clear, but you forget to turn your blinker on by accident because you're occupied, or you just didn't do it. Okay, now you're not supposed to do that, and if a cop sees you, right, you could get pulled over and get a ticket. Now, do you deserve, or does anybody deserve to go to jail, let's say for a year or like 10 years or a year, whatever, because they didn't turn their blinker on? No. If anything, it's like a slap on the wrist, maybe like a ticket. Okay. That's more the energy that's coming out here. Now, there is also a strong energy, too, of because there is an energy almost of like maybe wanting to say something or wanting to confront. I feel there's almost an energy here of know who you're dealing with, and almost like, okay, let's say you confronted something once already before. If you have to keep doing it, there's almost an energy of like, is it worth your time to confront it? But also, is it something that you need to accept with somebody, or maybe even something that you don't have to say to somebody? It's almost like think before you speak, but also think about who you're speaking to. This was even a lesson I think that I learned about 3 years ago, even 2. Like within more in the recent. I would say the recent past. It was more going along like 3 years. Know who you are trying to say something to. Does that person have the capacity to do what you're asking of them, or do they have the capacity to really get what you're saying? If not, there's one, and especially if it's something along the lines, again, of how you're being treated. Does the person who let's say again, you're getting treated like shit, or you were treated like shit, and you want to confront them. Is it going to make a difference? Yes or no? You have to know who you're talking to or who you're looking. So that's kind of because there's almost an energy of know who would value it and who would not. Because some people you can say it to, right? But are they actually going to? No, probably not. And I think that's something with experience that you learn who you're going to say it to. And like, are you talking to the wall? Are you talking to a wall? Or, even let's say, like, are you trying to get empathy or support or compassion out of a rock? You can't get blood out of a rock. And you could say it, but is it going to have an effect? That's kind of the energy I feel. So like it's either one of two things. You're either going to have to accept it and accept that part and continue a relationship with the person, or if it's something that you cannot accept, you're going to have to then make a choice and live with it or pull back. Just it depends what it is. But I am feeling that like the overall message is like choose your words wisely or lack thereof. Consider who you're preaching to, who you're talking to. Somebody who's let's say, okay, someone who's like emotionally unavailable, okay, is not going to be able to support you, is not going to be able to be a friend to you, be a boyfriend, or if they can't be a friend to you, they cannot be a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a husband or a wife. Friend is where it starts. If you can't do friendship, you can't do anything else. Period. Also, there is even an energy of, I don't know, like family situations coming out here. It almost feels like an energy too of knowing the boundaries between, even, you know, like, let's say, I don't know, because it's feeling more like close family, like brother, sister. You know, like, okay, you have, like, let's say, like the married couple, and then like mom or dad, or two married couples, and, you know, like they're one's like siblings with another. There's an energy of like, yes, you are family, right? But there need to be boundaries. Kind of like, okay, what mom says or what dad says or whatever isn't what goes on in their married children's house or their married child's house, let's say. There's like an energy here of perhaps like a situation with like family drama, you know, where people are kind of, I don't know if it's like sticking their nose in or kind of, you know, expecting what they say to go. Because this death card makes me feel like someone trying to kind of control how another person runs their house or lives. There's kind of an energy that somebody has to kind of put an end to it or say something and rock that boat. I'm feeling more in this, it's kind of an energy of like, I'm hearing this more like what you allow kind of people to get away with is what will continue. And you teach people how to treat you. And more in those lines of like family. You know, if people know or family know sometimes that they can get away with certain things, they're going to do it. And sometimes, you know, with families or even, you know, whatever, some people will always be like that. And there's this energy coming through of, again, you can either accept it or it's kind of more like coming out like put your foot down. But, you know, some of you, you know, may be taking a step back from somebody as well. It just depends on the situation. But there is an energy, though, of like it needs to be, the situation does need to be transformed either way with the death card. But I'm feeling it more as like being vocal about it to some extent, but also, is it worth being vocal? Like, consider who you're dealing with. Does something need to be said, or do the words mean nothing and maybe you just need to take an action? All right, so that's what I feel for today. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week, okay? I mean, I will be posting readings for the signs in the coming days, okay? I am sending you so much love and have a beautiful, beautiful week. Bye-bye now.